This is Dixie May. She's my service dog. She's a German Shepherd Doberman. I myself was in the Navy. I was a nuclear machinist mate of 4 years and a couple months. As soon as I got out of the service, I came straight home and I started working on my degree so I could get my bachelor's degree and go back. When I came home, my goal was to be well enough that when I finished my degree, I could take a job in my field. Doing a nuclear job is pretty extensive and you have to be pretty independent to be able to do it. When I first got home, I couldn't go to the grocery store. I could barely work. I had a part-time job and I would call in sick often. I had to have my mom go to the grocery store with me, and she got really good at standing back to back with me and watching out to make sure no one came up behind me. And then after 6 months of that, I decided that it was enough and I needed some other help. And I asked my doctor what other help there was out there, and she told me about Patriot assistance dogs. And that's when I started the process to get Dixie. Dixie is trained to do a lot of things to keep me calm. She does the push command, which lets me know that she's there. Dixie, up. She does blocking to make sure no one's coming up too close to me. She also does getting my back to make sure no one's coming up behind me. And she does distraction techniques too. And she also does take me outside, and that's when I'll reach down and grab her collar like this so she has a firm guide, and she'll take me outside to my truck. She's trained to do those things for me because I am constantly on guard. When you're in the military, you are trained to have a high attention to detail, to always be on guard and always expect something to go wrong. Something did go wrong in my past, and now I am in a constant state of that sort of hypervigilance and that hyper attention to detail and everything. With Dixie, I can take the mindset that I have and direct it to what I'm trying to do, knowing that she's got my back. And that's the hugest thing that is the most impact that I've ever had with a dog, because I've never trusted a dog to effectively get my six. Like, she lets me know if someone's coming down the same aisle as me. She'll let me know if someone comes into the store that I'm in, if I'm in a small store. She's constantly alerting me about things that I would have to pick up on, but I don't anymore. So I can take my brain and I can focus on what I'm actually supposed to be doing, like going to the grocery store, or driving, or sleeping, or doing household chores like laundry, or taking a shower. She's watching out for me so I can do those things and I don't have to ask someone else to do them for me. She'll just kind of tap me, or she'll sigh, or her tail will pick up. Like, each dog has their different tics. A couple of the other veterans, their dogs will like pat them. But Dixie, she'll pick up her head, she'll tilt it, she'll pick up her tail. Or she'll bump into me and let me know someone's coming up by my side and that she's got my back. Or she'll make a sound if I'm in a different room and she's watching the window for me. If someone comes by, she'll make a little, it's not a yip sound, but it's a sound that I know she's alerting me that someone's coming up to the house. I've never had a dog impact me so much. I call her my guardian angel. She's always there, she's always watching out for me. I'm living by myself. I'm going to the grocery store by myself multiple times in a month. I'm taking trips. I went down to Tennessee. I went to go see my friends in Minneapolis that I haven't seen in years, by myself. So I met my goal. I met my goal of being strong enough and healthy enough to be able to take a job. And I actually just accepted a really great job in New Mexico. And that would not have been possible if I had not gotten my Dixie. And she's coming with me, so I'm so excited. My future is so much more promising than it was before. Like I had stated earlier, I actually took a job that I never would have been able to do by myself. So I'm going to be able to leave. I'm going to be able to do this job in a field that I love, in a field that I have passion for, in a field that I've actually got a degree saying that I have all the skills that match my passion. Without Dixie, I could not do that. I would have to stay at home. I would have to stay in my hometown with my family and make ends meet some other sort of way. I wouldn't be able to use my skill set the way I wanted to. I don't know how to thank them enough. I really don't. When I walked into PAD, I didn't say anything. I kept my eyes down. There was another mentor there, and she asked me if I wanted to meet her dog. and I had to give it a command, and it was something like, "It's nice to meet you," so it would shake. And I couldn't. I just looked at her and I shook my head. And she took me inside the room. And then they started bringing in the dogs, and Dixie wasn't the first dog I handled. But when she came in, she looked at me, and she picked me because she looked at me and she started to come towards me, but she was with a different veteran, so she had to go away. And then I asked Linda if I could handle Dixie, and we haven't been separated since. So I just hope she understands, and I hope the whole program knows how thankful I am, because she's literally my guardian angel. She's always there.